Hey there, good evening everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph and I am the host of this show. So we're here to do an episode of Look Back at a Classic Rock Album. I know most of you are expecting to see this on a Monday. However, I did mention on my next week episode that I wasn't sure which night I was going to be doing it on. I thought this week I would probably go with the Monday, but I decided last night to go with the Tuesday. So we're doing it on Tuesdays from now, at least for now, and it probably will continue this way for a while. So this is Look Back at a Classic Rock Album, and the album we're going to do today is from Simon and Garfunkel. This is Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme. This album came out back in October the 24th of 1966. This is their third studio album, 27, almost 28 minutes in length, so well below my normal threshold or my wheelhouse for albums, but still pretty good album on the Columbia record label and produced by Bob Johnson. So obviously the duet here is Paul Simon on vocals, guitar and harmonica. Art Garfunkel on vocals and piano on one of the tracks, and I'm going to put my glasses on. So this is on the second track, I believe. Yeah, second track. So sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to hold this thing. There, we'll try it that way. So then you have, in addition to that, you have several other musicians on the album. Hal Blaine on drums, Joe South on electric guitar, only on one track, track number 8. Carol Kay on bass on tracks 1 and 4. John Mezzar on harpsichord on track 1. Larry Kneckel on organ on track 4. Joe Morello on drums on track 6, Eugene Wright on double bass on track 6 as well. Charlie O'Donnell on spoken voice on track 12, he does the narration. And then you have a couple of unknown strings section on track number 7, and again, unknown recorder section on track number 6. So in a total, I believe there are 12 tracks in all on this album. And see if I can put it somewhere where it's not getting that heavy blare. I haven't quite figured out. I think right about here is good, right? So there are 12 tracks on the album. Of course, it's a very acoustic album, as you might expect, coming from these two. Folky in a lot of ways. Some pop on here. Some excellent harmonies throughout the album. You do get some lead parts by both members. And you've got some really classic stuff on here that's well known. You've got lots of really good deep cuts too, and a couple of tracks I'm not as fond of, but still on the album nevertheless. So overall, I would say this is good, some catchy melodies and some catchy folk stuff on here. So we're going to start out by just breaking down the songs a little bit. So you've got the opening track, which is Scarborough Fair or Cantel. This is a very well-known track from them, one of their bigger tracks. A nice acoustic guitar bit, very folky at the beginning. Some nice harmony vocals on this song. Kind of a catchy track, I think, overall. And then, of course, the vocals, they do that kind of round and round, or there's a name for the type of vocals they do where one person starts out and then the other one sings just a little behind them. That's a catchy sound on this particular track, one of my favorite tracks on the album. Next up is a song called Patterns. This one, I don't like it as much, but it's still pretty solid. Nice opening with a bit of a distorted acoustic guitar. He's kind of roughing it a little bit here. Then you got a nice bongo drum part as well. I believe it's Paul Simon on lead vocals here with some acoustic intervals at different parts of the song. And then you've got some shouting-like vocal fills towards the back half of the track. Pretty decent track, though. I'm going to flip over here for the rest of the tracks. So actually, I think we'll put this down for a minute. So in accordance with that, we also have Clouds, which is the next song out. I think this is one of the weaker tracks. There's 2 or 3 songs that are a little bit on the weaker side. Maybe they could have done away with them, but then the album was already only at 27 minutes, so you want to do that. It's nice, some nice chimes on this, though. I like the chimes and the acoustic guitar part at the beginning. Quite catchy, actually. Some nice twin harmony vocals here. And a little bit of that finger snapping beat and melody to the song as well. Next up, almost all these songs, of course, are less than 3 minutes. Most of them between 2 and 3 minutes. Most of them actually between 2.5 and 2 minutes. A couple songs below the 2-minute range. The next song out, of course, is another one of their big, well-known tracks, which is Homeward Bound. Nice acoustic guitar part with a nice drum beat in here. The harmony vocals are really catchy, and the whole melody of this song is pretty catchy. It's a good solid Simon and Garfunkel song. Next up, one of the longer tracks on the album, a little over 2.5 minutes. Big Bright Green Pleasure Machine is the name of the song. It's got a fast beat acoustic guitar part and drums here. Poppy, but I would say a poppy but up-tempo track. Pretty decent. Next up, we have 59th Street Bridge song, or Feeling Groovy, both. This is a well-known track as well. Definitely, it's to me, it's more of a folky song with some great harmony vocals on it. The acoustic guitar picking is really good with that nice drum beat. One of the better tracks on the album as well. Dangling Conversation is the next track out. Kind of a bit of a low ebb guitar part here. A little bit of a picking part. The vocals, Simon here on lead. Nice harmonies for that catchy sound. A little bit of some electric guitar here as well. And some orchestral sounds in the kind of filling it out, giving it a little bit more body. Next up is the just over 2-minute song, Flowers Never Bend with the Rainfall. Nice little acoustic picking guitar part at the beginning. A nice, very kind of soft drum beat. This is like a broom type drumstick type thing going on here. Kind of an interesting sound, almost a jazzy feel to that. The vocals are Simon on lead at the beginning with some harmonies, and then Art on the lead towards the back half of the song. Next up is a simple The Solitary Philharmonic is the name of it. So, kind of an interesting song. A little bit of a heavy distortion part here too. Not electric though. It's more of an acoustic sound. Vocals are almost Bob Dylan-like. I think he's trying to capture that Dylan-like feel to it. Next up for Emily, whenever I may find her. This is a solid deep cut song by these guys. Not as well known as some of the others, but still for people who listen to this, they would know this immediately. This is kind of a quiet, folky guitar opening at the beginning. Nice twin harmony vocals here. Art is on the lead here, doing a great job, and the song does pick up tempo towards the back part of it. One of the better back half songs for sure. Next is the Poem of Underground Wall. Nice harmony vocals and some twin vocals here as well. The picking acoustic guitar part is interesting as well, but definitely one of the weaker tracks. And the final track on the album, the 7 o'clock news, or Silent Night. So they're actually doing this song Silent Night, which is kind of a backdrop for the, or actually it's probably the forward part, and the news. You got a voice narrative going on in the background of the news. I think they're trying to capture a kind of somber mood, I guess. Slow melodic piano part at the beginning. So one of the few songs here with some very dominant piano. Nice harmony vocals again. And then they have that narrative voice throughout the track as well. Also one of the weaker tracks, but still not bad. They don't really have any bad tracks on here. Just some are stronger than other. Overall, I think this is a good, solid Simon and Garfunkel album. Sorry, I'm just going to pull it over here. Like I said, it's the third of their discography. I don't know how it's going to rank when I do the rankings tomorrow. I still haven't made up my mind. But I think it'll do pretty well. There's no weak albums by these guys, so I don't expect that there'll be any kind of, I don't like this album or that. There's none of that going to happen. Anyways, that's my take for Simon and Garfunkel's Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme, their third studio album. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want, you can leave comments about the album in the comment section below, or Simon and Garfunkel, or anything I've said. And we will see you all tomorrow when we'll be doing the ranking of the Simon and Garfunkel studio album. So take care, have yourself a good one, and goodbye.